Hey guys, welcome to today's video. In this video, I have three little eyeshadow palettes from the brand Juno Co. I took each palette and did a different look with each one of them. I used all four shadows that are in each palette. Now you guys might already be aware that I am a Juno Co affiliate. You can use code Collins15 for 15% off of anything on their website. My affiliate link as well as my code are down in the description box. But as always, no pressure whatsoever to buy anything. It's just there if you want to. If you are new here though, my name's Haley. Thanks for stopping by. It would be so cool if you considered subscribing to my channel before you go. But without further ado, we got a lot of eyeshadowing to do with these three little palettes. Here we go. So I have all three of their new eyeshadow palettes here. And I'm gonna start with the one that I expect I'll like the least. That way, my week can just gradually get better. Okay, so this is the Songbird palette, or no, Goddess. This is the Goddess palette, just kidding. There it is. Ooh, very shiny, oh my goodness. These are just not my shades. Like this kind of orangey warm brown right here, yellow, like they're just not my colors. Oh, they're very creamy. Oh, so soft and smooth. They don't have names. I don't think they have names anyways. Cool. So I'm going to start with the kind of orangey brown shade right there. So we've got two mattes, two shimmers in here, and it's actually a good, I think, balanced quad. Let's see what we can come up with. This shadow is very pigmented, not too messy, a little bit, but not too bad. Okay, now I'm gonna take the yellow matte shade and, you know, we're just gonna see what happens. I don't work with yellow shadows much, especially like mustard yellow like this. Definitely stepping outside of my comfort zone for this one, y'all. Okay, I think that worked out quite well, actually. Those two shades blended together beautifully. I'm not hating it. Now I'm gonna take this darker brown shimmer. And we're gonna put her on the outer corner. Got a little bit of fallout with that one. Finally, I'm gonna use the light shimmer right there. So with these shimmers, you just want to not put too much on your brush to start. Because I am getting fallout from it, even from spraying it. So just a little bit on the brush at a time to avoid that, I think. Ooh, that's pretty though, isn't it? If this was my color scheme, I would be fully gagged right now. Not bad. Now just going back with some of my original brushes that I use the mattes on, and we're just gonna make sure everything is blended to filth. Okay, there we go. What do we think? Let's hope that some more makeup can pull this together. We're back. And voila! I decided to fully go in on this yellowy, orangey, autumn, warm look that I'm serving you today. Is it my favorite? No. Do I hate it? No. I will say, so the shadows worked fine. They were really easy to apply. The mattes particularly blended really, really nicely, I felt like. The shimmers though, what bugs me about the shimmers in this little palette is the fallout from the shimmers. I have like shimmery glitteriness happening all like through here. And it's not major, like you probably couldn't even tell, like even if you saw me in person. Otherwise, super cute little quad if you like these kinds of tones. So I will now hand it over to Day 2 Haley for one of the other Juno Co palettes. Welcome to Day 2 of trying these little Juno Starlit Eyeshadow Collection. I'm gonna use the blue one today. I don't remember which one's the blue one. I think it's this one's Songbird. Okay, so this one's called Dreamer. Today we're gonna use the Dreamer palette from Juno Co. This shimmer in this palette, I don't know if you can really even tell on camera, but it's got like a green, like kind of a blue-green, like turquoise reflect almost. It's really cool looking. The only one I'm not sure if I want to use is this gray one, because it's gray, you know? Ooh. Yeah, so this one is like very glittery. Very interesting. Okay, they all have a slight sheen to them. None of them are like mattes, which makes me a little nervous. And I liked the mattes in yesterday's palette. Those worked really well. But the shimmers in that palette kind of had some fallout. I'm gonna start with this blue, the deeper blue right there. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so I actually decided to start over on this eye. I just started with the wrong brush for how I wanted things to apply. And this is a little bit different type of a shadow than I'm used to working with, so took a hint of trial and error to figure out what I wanted. But once I changed brushes and started this side, the side just looked way better. I hate starting over, but this one just looked too messy in comparison, you know what I mean? So for this first shadow, it took me a little bit of building it up to get it where I wanted it, but I don't really mind buildable shadows. You know, you can always add more, but to take away is much more challenging, of course. So it's not that big of a deal, but it is taking me a little bit longer than, you know, something that lays down a little bit more saturated, if that makes sense. I don't want to call it not pigmented. It's just I don't know. It's not a true blue matte, so it's just a little different, you know? Just a little different than what I'm used to, but we're gonna make it work. It's gonna be fabulous, darling. Now I'm gonna delve into this light blue shade. So I didn't really do hardly anything. Okay, so I actually just ended up kind of blending out the blue that was in the crease a little bit. That's all that I did over here, was just blend out the blue. I didn't add anything. On this side, I did try to blend the darker blue out with this shade, but it just didn't really do much of anything. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of the gray shade, and I'm definitely gonna put it on the outer corner a little bit. Trying to decide if I feel like I want to put it on the inner corner too, though. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to this darker blue. I'm doing like a halo eye thing. I'm gonna pack a little bit on the inner corner. So now I'm just putting that lightest blue in the palette in the middle. I just wish that there was a matte in this one. I just wish that there was like one medium toned blue matte shade. The gray is kind of like whatever, so they maybe could have replaced it with that one, but not as much fallout on the face today from these shades though as I had yesterday in the other palette, so that's fun. Now I'm just taking the glittery shade. We're gonna spray it, of course, and I'm gonna put it here. This might be better to do with my finger now that I think about it. Okay, that worked a million times better with my finger. Gosh, this glittery shade is so pretty though. It's got like, I already said it, but it's like a green blue kind of reflect. It's really pretty. Okay, now I'm taking my original shady shader brush and we're just gonna blend everything together a little bit. I'm a little disappointed with this one, to be completely honest. I just wish there was a matte, you know? For me, anything that's shiny or shimmery, those shadows belong on the lid. I didn't have any really better options to like use in the crease. And I don't think it looks bad. I think once I get everything else on and do liner and lashes, it'll come together. I don't know. I'll be right back. Here she is. Let me get close and look down so that you may see the look. So there's my blue look. I mean, I've already said it. I just wish that there was a matte in here. I just felt like I didn't really have like a transition shade or a base to use from this palette. It worked fine. It's just not ideal. Like if I was making that quad, I would have made it a little bit different. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the purple one now just because I want to know what to expect for tomorrow. Because just looking at these shadows in the pan, they looked matte, you know, and I didn't really realize that they were like satin shadows until I swatched them. I mean, I think the look turned out fine. I think it looks good. It doesn't look quite how I had envisioned it in my mind, but it's cute. It's nice and blue and it's cute. So just looking at them in the pan, this one looks matte and these three look shimmery. That is what I'm expecting. Yes, I think it's matte. This one I feel like it's gonna be so pretty. Oh, yes, ma'am. It's a matte. All right, work. Definitely can work with this one. I think I have definitely saved the best for last, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And I mean, like, the shadows worked out fine, and like I said, this blue palette did not have as much fallout as the shimmers in the other palette did. The mattes in that palette were really nice. I will be back tomorrow for our third and final look from this new Juno Co collection. See you soon. You guys should see my desk right now. It is just a hot heckin' mess. Now, to be completely honest, I did already use this palette and do a look with it. I just like ran out of time to finish that part of the video with this palette, so I'm just redoing the look. So I can tell you that I did save the best for last. I definitely like this palette the most. There is a matte in this palette. She's right here, this pinky purple shade. I would say that their mattes are really good quality. They are not super saturated pigment wise, but that's okay because you can kind of build them up. So you can see that's like one dip, tap it off, and then right into the crease, blend it out. So you can see it goes on pretty light to start, but you can build it up and it blends out. And it blends super duper easy. So we like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this deep purple shimmer shade and put it on the outer corner. So I'm gonna be very careful to put this one literally on the lid. I wanted to pull it out to the tape to kind of merge them together when I originally did this look yesterday, and girl, no. She belongs just on the lid, so we're just gonna put her here on the outer corner, tack it on. I'm still very tempted to like pull it out here, but it looked messy yesterday when I tried doing that, so I'm just gonna not. It'll look better once I get everything else on, and I'm saving a lot of lid space for this purple because, oh my gosh, she's stunning. But I wish those two colors complemented each other just a little better. Now I'm just taking this purple shade on the end here, and we're gonna go almost all over the lid. I'm gonna save a little bit of room for this one in the inner corner, just so we can say that we used that one. But this one, to me, is the star of the show. Ooh, that purple, that light purple is so pretty though, I like it. Finally, I'm gonna take this really light shimmer here and put it on the inner corner. And all three of these shimmers I have been spraying with setting spray. Not sure if I'll show that or not, so just wanted to let you know. Bada boom, bada bang. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, let me finish up. I'll be right back. Here we are with the completed look. Let you get a taste of it. My eyelash glue is still not completely dry, which is annoying because they've been on for like 30 minutes now. That's okay. So all in all, with these palettes, the quality is definitely there. I would definitely say that my favorite is this purple one, the Songbird palette. I would say these other two are a bit of a tie for me. As far as textures go, this is the layout of a quad that I like the best. 2 mattes, 2 shimmers. That to me is a very balanced palette. These colors all work well together. The color story of this one is just, it's just not my gig. It's just not my vibe. It's, you know, that's a personal preference type of a thing, so it's not a big deal. I love the mattes that were included in these palettes. These 2 shimmers in particular gave me some trouble with fallout on the face, but that's why I always do my eyeshadow first. The rest of the shimmers in the palette, I didn't really have a problem with fallout much at all. And then this blue one, great quality shadows. I love this one in particular. It's a very unique kind of like pressed glitter shimmer kind of a moment. It's really nice. I like it a lot. I just wish that there was a matte in this palette, that's all. I like all 3 looks that I came up with. I used all of the shadows in all 3 of the palettes. So will I use them again? Absolutely. I like them a lot. So let me know if you guys plan on trying these palettes. Don't forget to use code Collins15 for 15% off. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.